Imagine you come into the company, get to work, get things done, and leave. That's pretty much standard these days. You come over there, get things done, and you leave. That's what every employee in every company does on a regular basis, and there is no harm in that. But if you want to explore different options where you improve the baseline that employee has created, then you have come to the right video. In this video, I'll be sharing you what are the things that you need to do to stand out from the crowd and become the employee of the month for that particular company. Hi, I am Kushil Kahar and I'll be taking you through this journey. So let's get started. So just to be clear, I wasn't doing this intentionally when I just started out. It was my first company and it just came naturally to me because it was quite an exciting challenge for me to join a company and start working over there. But along the years down the road, I came to realize these are some of the points that I did to achieve the employee of the month 3 months straight while joining the company. So let me give you the backstory behind that. I started giving interview and it was my second or third interview for before joining this company. I got a call on the morning. I went to the company in the afternoon to give the interview. They gave me the job on the spot and told me that you need to start immediately next day. So I went there, I accepted the offer and I started working for them from next day. That's how I got my first job. So in this first job, my first day, I check in at 11 a.m. First day of work, I checked out of that company at 2:30 a.m. in the night. So that was my first day of work. Second day, I went in, check in to 11:15 a.m., check out at 1:35 a.m. in the night. During this period, if you might have guessed, they were running behind a deadline for 1 week. In 2 days joining the company, I went there and removed their deadline. So what I did, I brought back the deadline from 1 week to present day and made the project on time where it was supposed to be. So that's how I solved the burning problem of that company, and that was my step forward in gaining the trust of the superiors and the leaders in that company to recognize me as a validating person. So my second point is you are the go-to guy in that company. So what do I mean by that? Let's say in my first company when I joined, the office door, the main door in which the directors had their cabin got locked from inside and there were no keys and you were not supposed to lock the door from inside. It was like a knob thing where you rotate the thing and there's a button you can lock from inside, but somehow it got locked and I was the person who get in there, took out my old debit card or something like that. I went through it and then opened the door. So that's how doing this minor things like going to the bank and putting in the challan for the client, let's say ordering midday snacks or ordering a Saturday special. So I was the person who was handling all of these things might feel like I'm working as a peon over there, but that's not the scenario. So this is how you gain the trust of many people and you became the go-to person to talk with and explore things further when you are joining a company. My third point is your suggestion starts to get accepted and get implemented. So what do I mean by that? I started out working over there and I didn't have my dedicated workstation. I was working on my own laptop, which was not so much powerful, and I told them that I need a powerful system over there. So in their history, they didn't spend any money on investing in a powerful workstation because I was a graphic designer over there, so I was supposed to have some sort of a powerful machine. So I managed to give them that direction that this is how you can increase my productivity and efficiency of the company, and they listened to me and they purchased a hefty workstation for me. So that's how I was able to implement things at a very early stage of the company because I had built the trust from the initial stage from day one, and that's how this points validates. Also during this time I suggested that I had content writing skills as well, so they take into the consideration as well, and so this point will come later down this video. So the fourth point is you gel into the culture. So what do I mean by that? So let's say there is a tea break and everyone is going outside to have a tea break or any sort of a other activities that they might do, and you are the person that people call and say let's hang out and spend 5-10 minutes chatting about things. And that is how you create rapport with other people in other departments. And that was, I was that person who was invited in many of these instances, and that's how I build it trust and build a culture around that. I was also invited to the foundation day of the company, where they had just completed a huge milestone of 3 years or 4 years of their company, and I was invited to become eventually a photographer. I didn't have the skills of photography, but they trusted me enough that they gave me that place to shoot the whole event. And that's how I supposed to make many of the friends and made nicknames of them and made funs. And that's how the culture was created around me. And there were many fist bumps and everything like that was created around this time, and I was becoming the part of that culture. So the fifth and the last point that I wanted to mention is you say yes to everything. So as this is your first job, you don't say no to anything, because anything you will do at this stage would improve your skills or improve any of the soft skills or any communication skills that might come later down the road. So I said yes to any sort of a project that they give me. I gave design pitch. I created a design pitch for Dubai Expo. Even though we were not supposed to get such a huge client, it was a good practice or good exercise to be done to get exposure and get our minds working around that area. Also, I was given the task to write a proper research paper for MBA students or masters students, which were like 20,000 words long, and I didn't have the skills to do that, but they trusted me enough to give it a try, and successfully gave like 2 to 3 research paper done, because my main work was completed ahead of the time and they didn't have any other thing to be done. So that's why they gave me the additional work based upon my competency and everything like that. This is where if I had said no, I cannot do that, then that was the end of the story. I would supposedly get back to other thing that I may have done, but this is how I build the trust of the peers around me and the superiors around me, and that's how I got like 3 straight months of employee of the month. Also, like, there was an financial incentive, but the main motive was to get an exposure and get the learnings out of it, and that's why I executed this all the 5 steps. And yeah, that's the message that I wanted to convey. If you want to learn more about such skills and experiences that I've had, and then do subscribe to this channel. I'll be sharing more content like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.